Welcome to your daily focus for October the 9th, 2022. Yes, we have a full moon in Aries. I tell you, I asked you a question yesterday. I asked you if you were ready to go forward. I hope you gave it some thought. I hope you are throwing some energy that way because this full moon will ignite so much for you to allow you to bring in whatever you desire. I'll go into it. Let's start at the beginning. But you want to sit back, you want to relax, you want to take this in, you want to take notes, you want to go back to it throughout the next couple of weeks and really understand what this powerful time in our lives offers us to gain our best life ever. Anyways, I'm Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly. And thank you. Thank you truly for all of the positive, loving, supportive energy you send my way each and every day. I send it right back to you. You guys rock. We have the 9 energy. The 9 energy is about completions. It's about endings. It's about clearing the space in our life to bring in new things. It's so pivotal that it is a 9 energy for today that we get to utilize. If we do the daily numerology, it is the 16 energy. The 16 energy is about awakenings. The 16 energy is about... It's the total annihilation of what holds you back, of what is needed in your life to set you free, to allow you to step into liberation, freedom. I had to giggle because I looked at the bottom card, and so I guess I'm supposed to share it with you, but it's the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands is summoning in your tomorrow. And look at the clear space we have around ourselves in such a way to do it. So it's exactly, what I'm trying to describe to you here is the Two of Wands kind of energy. So a lot of times the 16 energy comes in. It is the Tower card in tarot, and not a lot of people like seeing that in their readings. But know that it moves you past some things. It allows the release of, or the healing of, or the regeneration of yourself because of something that you had to go through, some kind of chaos or sorrow or anxiety or fear. The Tower comes in to remove something from your life that's holding you back, that's not allowing you to go forward in the way you want. And we can't necessarily, gosh, I've got to look up who, please leave in the messages or in the comments that it was you, so I can give kudos to who actually said this. The Tower card can mean you're going to win the lottery. Because wow, wouldn't your life change if that were to happen in your life? All of a sudden, boom. What would go? The place you live, the car you drive, the people you associate with, maybe. Especially the ones that have their hands out first. What would you do with your time? Would it be the same things? But in one way or another, our lives begin the process of completely transforming into, perhaps, if we're using the energy properly, our best life ever. 1 + 6 is a 7. Standing in our truth. How do you stand in your truth? By self-belief. By having a confidence about who you are, your opinion, your values, your word. Standing in your truth. So we don't barter a part of ourselves away. We don't give away our power. We don't agree to things that don't work in our path going forward, or doesn't bring in happiness and joy in our path going forward. Sun is in Libra, so we know relationships are part of the conversation, and probably a lot of indecision that goes into all of this. Moon in it, but we are seeking the harmony. But there is compromises that are happening right now, and so we have to be vitally aware that we must stand in our truth, that we can't give a part of ourselves away in the compromise, in the bartering, in the negotiations. But it's about creating beauty and harmony in your life. Moon is in Aries. We have that cardinal energy, that starting energy, that want to go forward kind of energy. We want to step into new things. We want to create. We want to master. We want to be the warrior. We want to conquer. We want to be the pioneer. We want to be the trailblazer. We are an independent soul, and we are going forward. That's the kind of energy that we have with Aries. Now, Aries is a full moon, so the sun is opposing, right, the moon. So there's probably going to be difficulty there. Now, the full moon will be at 16 degrees, so I'm not going to go into the whole 16 degrees again. 33 seconds, though. I mean, that's beautiful that we have the 33 energy there. And the 33 energy is really by being of service to others. It's about knowing oneself completely. It's about knowing what, 33 energies, they do have a very strong, hard life, but that 33 energy, I want to say formulate, that's not the right word. Percolates, not quite the right word, but percolate, but it percolates inside of you. And then as you reach kind of middle age and stuff, the wisdom that you carry with you in order to create every dream, not only for yourself, but for others around you, is absolutely phenomenal. Phenomenal. Okay, we're talking Albert Einstein kind of energy. When was he known? When he was a student in university? Did he even go to university? Or John Lennon. There's another prime example of a 33 energy where, he did have an early start, but he became a legend in his later years. Thomas Edison, Oprah, they're all 33 energies. So we do have that 33 energy that maybe you have been through the trials, maybe you have been through the flames, maybe you have been through the chaos. And it was all for something. And you know what? We have Chiron. The moon is just passed over Chiron. They're so close. They're within a couple of degrees of each other. And so Chiron is our healer. Chiron is learning about self-love, loving ourselves. It's about self-acceptance, that we are who we are because of our experiences, our environments, what we came here to be. And Saturn, I think it's a sextile to Saturn. So we have that emotional maturity to really understand some of the things that we've went through and to look at our scars. Maybe they're open wounds, and to heal. And a full moon is the most beautiful time in the world to allow heal, to regenerate yourself, to renew yourself through meditation, through decluttering. Okay, once again, clearing the space. So vitally important. Get rid of the clutter in your life. Simplify. I think Chiron's actually sitting at 14 degrees is by having more, by having less. So, we'll throw that into the mix as well. This is a time in your life, I tell you, it's going to be probably hard energy that we are going to be walking through during this full moon. And I say that only because the transformation is going to be so great that we're going to have to look within. We're going to have those, it's a time to pull yourself back into solitude. It's a time to, more so than usual, to rest, to let go, to heal, to maybe forgive someone. Okay, and when I say the word forgive, I don't expect you to invite the people over to dinner the next night. Like, oh, it's okay. No, it was never okay what they did. But you forgive them for being that stupid. To not even realize the harm they did, the hurt they imposed. Maybe it was shame. Maybe it was physical abuse. Maybe it was just their words that stung. Maybe it was their actions that mortified you. But you forgive them for being too stupid to ever realize the hurt they caused. Because they're walking around there, they're enjoying life. They're not thinking about you anymore. But you keep that alive in the past through your memories, through your thoughts. So it's a time to let it go, to shed it. If there was ever a time to attach yourself with a life coach or a therapist of some sort, or get into some kind of healing ritual for yourself, this would be a beautiful time. Turn your meditations towards healing, to letting go, to saying, I made it through because I'm in the here and now. And that Aries energy is just going to put a fire under you. The energy is mainly, I think it's like 40%, 35-40% air and 35-40% fire. So what happens when the flame goes and the winds come? You know, we ignite. So we are going to ignite into seeing the potential of where we can go, our best life ever. It doesn't matter what category that you're looking at. Relationships, you're definitely going to be looking at your relationships, but look at your love relationships, your work relationships, the relationships you have within the community. The relationship that's most important, though, is the relationship you have with yourself. Do you think that you are worthy? Do you think that you are deserving? Because if you only get back what you think you deserve. So it's a time to say, hey, I made it, and heal, and don't carry around that burden of what they did to you, of how they beat you down, of how something completely shattered you, of something that left you like a puddle on the sidewalk. Because we've all had those experiences, and we all hang on to those experiences because, man, we wear it like a badge of honor, but it is a scar. And I know, what's this scar for? What's this scar for? If we could see our scars physically, what a difference it would make, because we wouldn't want those blemishes all over. Or hopefully you wouldn't. I don't know, maybe you don't care. I've got a couple of railroad tracks going on too. So a couple of surgeries and babies, and you know, we all have those maps of where we've been on our body. But there's many more laying on your heart, on your soul, on your on your belief that you've got this. And you do. You can, that kind of transformation in your mindset of believing that you are worthy, believing that you are deserving is just one simple thought away. And you just tell that negative voice that comes out immediately, cancel, delete. I'm not listening to that anymore. That might have been me yesterday, but it sure as heck is me going forward today. So there could be relationship tensions, and we're going to be looking at our relationships. We're going to be talking about commitment. We're going to talk about loyalty. We're going to talk about, feeling safe in our environments. Feeling secure so that we can stand up strong. This is a time when the differences in the relationship will spring forth. Remember Venus. Venus is with the sun. So the full moon is actually opposing Venus. So we're going to be a little bit more critical of what the person brings to the table and how we feel about what they bring to the table. And so that will be a lot of the legwork. Okay, let's get to the cards. I just wanted to emphasize just how wonderful this energy is for us and to utilize it. Okay, understand where you need clearing in your life, where you need to let go, where you need to put in meditation, or maybe it's a yoga practice or something to bring you centered, to bring you into the moment. just some breathing, sitting in quiet and solitude and contemplating on who you are, of where you've been hurt, and how you're going to move forward. Especially if you've ever asked yourself, why do I always get myself into these things or into this kind of relationship? Why do I always attract this person or these people into my life? How am I going to get off this hamster wheel and go forward in the direction that I want? Invite in the people, the environments that I want. How do I do that going forward? You will get the answers. You will get the clarity. You will get the knowledge. You will get the understanding. So embrace this opportunity. Now, we have free will. You don't have to. I don't know if I cut those cards or not, but you don't have to. What fell out? Temperance. Having more by having less came right out. I've already touched on it, so thank you for the validation. Okay, we're going to cut now. I'm so excited about this energy for us all. Because I know we've been working at our best life ever. And many times we feel like so this is a time to really understand where we need to let go to. Anyways, the cards, right? The cards. Kelly, the cards. Get to the cards. Shadow card. Look at this. The high priestess is here for our shadow card. Now, really, the high priestess, when the high priestess comes in, the first and main thing I want to talk about always is sit in quiet contemplation and see the magic that is within you. I kid you not. So that's your toolbox. That's your personality. That's the unique you. That is your talents, your abilities. That's your voice. That's your actions. Magic is wrapped up in all those things that you do on a daily basis. So we're being asked to scratch the surface of that potential that we truly hold within that vessel that we call ourselves, the person, right? The high priestess. The high priestess always denotes that there is magic around us and magic within us, and to be aware of the magic and to expect the magic to be in your life going forward. To always expect it in your life because it's there. Okay, first card. Look at this, 5 Pentacles. You feel like throwing in the towel. You are so tired. You are so worn out. You get these ups and downs and tell you, I can't take another day of this. I hear you. I walk the path too. But this is where we're making the decision. Do we want to go forward in certain places in our life? Do we want to leave certain areas of our life? Do we want to gain a higher spiritual connection? Do we want to learn something new? Do we want to travel? Do we want to invite a relationship into our lives? Do we want a new best friend? Do we want a new work atmosphere, new co-workers, new community, new environment? What do we truly want of ourselves? And remember, if you don't think about it, if you don't put a plan in action, if you don't at least have some kind of end game in mind, your best life ever, there's nothing that's going to happen. You're probably going to get exactly what you're thinking of, which is just the things that go wrong in your life, because we're trained to do that. So it's retraining your brain here, and we are contemplating. We are contemplating what's right for us and what's wrong for us. And I usually say that, we just kind of, we need to stretch, but no, I think we need to release. We need to let go. We need to leave some of that stuff behind us before we stand up and we walk through that door of abundance. Look at that door, the threshold. Oh my gosh, the arch over is pentacles, people. Giant pentacle on the door. We don't want to take all that stuff forward with us. We want to release it. We want to let it go. We want to let it disintegrate. Turn into nothingness. Erase it. Delete it. Then we are prepared. Then we are ready to knock on that door, to turn that doorknob, to push through that door and step on the other side. And so what do you see on the other side? Because that has to be your main focus. During this full moon energy, that needs to be your main focus. So design it, see it, breathe it, feel the emotion of it. I'm getting goosebumps, so I know a couple of you are going to do that. You were being told. Your angels, your spirit guides, they all come in and they know you're going to be listening because they're going to make sure of it. And so replay that a couple of times, please, for yourself and really start to believe it and make it your own. Second card, the sun. Kid you not, the sun is here. The sun is illuminating that path forward. You know, so the mature sunflowers there represent what we have walked in order to get to the here and now. It is the maturation of our emotions, of our well-being, of our thought processes, of what we can do. Maybe it's talents and abilities that we have refined along the way. Maybe it's our voice. But the sun is here, and the sun is about loving yourself. It's about seeing just what an amazing dynamic person you are, to understand that this could be the first day of the rest of your life in such a wondrous way. And it may not feel so wondrous as we're walking through this energy, but I tell you, if you do the work, the light comes from you. You put your hand out, you point, you say charge, and that light just lights up the path completely for you. And guess what? It's like you've been sitting in this dark, dark cave and you couldn't see around you at all, and somebody flicks on a light switch and you see everything so clearly, and you see the doorway going forward. You get the clarity, you get the understanding, you get the knowledge on what steps you need to take, on what you have to probably release, let go, complete in your life in order to really step into that new beginning, that new start, that new direction. And then we have the Nine of Cups. Oh my gosh, it just keeps getting better and better, doesn't it? Now, that's not saying that it's not going to be hard, challenging energy. Okay? Now, I know we're trying with Saturn, but we are opposing Venus. You know, Pluto's hanging stationary direct up in the sky, starting to move forward in our life, giving us that kind of energy. I won't go back there. The Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups is your wishes, your dreams, your desires. Make them plentiful. Make the longest list you can. Okay, do you have a bucket list? Maybe this is a time to create that bucket list. You don't want to do your best life ever? Create the bucket list of all the things that you're going to do within your life from here till then. And then when you did it all, make a new list. Okay? This is, giving it up to God, our angels, our spirit guides, the universe, the cosmos, that divine energy of giving it up. Our dreams, our wants, our desires, our deepest hopes and passions and desires. And they'll fill the cups. So look at different areas in your life. Where do you want your relationships? How do you want the joy and happiness within relationships, or your job, or your environment, where you live, your home, your family, your spirituality, your health, your well-being? Where do you want that magic to come into your life? And in what way? And get, if you have time, and please make time if you don't have time, move things around so you're giving yourself a little bit of time to journal all the things that you want in your life. List each page: my health, my well-being, my spirituality, my work, my income, my stature, my home, my family, my relationships. List a couple of those individually of how you want to grow them into something, or how you need to step away from them. Okay, our next card is Who else would show up in this beautiful full moon reading for ourselves but the King of Pentacles? The King of Pentacles is the richest king of all the kings in the deck, okay? He is the Pentacles. He is the abundance. Now, does he take risks? Absolutely. Absolutely. The King of Pentacles would take the risk, but an educated risk. He gathers the information. He searches for the truth of the information, and then he sets his plan accordingly. Our crown is a living vine, so it's thinking outside the box. It's maybe stepping into something that will make us extremely uncomfortable because we've never actually tried it before. We've never actually participated in it. We don't even know how to pronounce it, perhaps. But there it is. So will it work in my life? I don't know until I learn about it. Is it a good place to step? I don't know until I learn about it. Maybe I'm talking to people. Maybe I'm reading up on things. Maybe I'm researching. Maybe I'm taking a course. However we're growing our mind. Maybe we're just asking God or angels or spirit guides to come down and have a conversation about it and give us their knowledge. Okay, final card. Seriously, it will be hard energy that we are walking through, okay? I want to prepare you for that. I know these cards are just, they're magic all unto themselves, but in all honesty, I know that we're going to see challenges, especially in love, in beauty in our life, and it is a lot about releasing and walking through some of those things in our life. We don't want to open up the wound sometimes, right? We think just keeping it, it's okay if there's a little bit of scar tissue there. It's okay if it's itchy once in a while. I'll scratch it. No, we need to eradicate it. Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune is here to tell us that a new season is coming. A new path is opening up. It's filled with a lighter energy, a beauty, a new chapter being started, giving birth to something, creating something, inventing something, stepping into some kind of adventure opportunity. That's what the Wheel of Fortune is here to tell us. Now, a lot of this probably will show up a little bit more closer to our new moon of something starting to happen. But this is a time for healing. This is a time to meditate, to pray, to journal, to rest, to recuperate, to rejuvenate yourself, to let go of, to release, to declutter. Okay, let's get a mantra card. Vacation. Take time for rest, relaxation, and adventure. I don't know if it had rest, relaxation, and adventure. Those were kind of words I made up. For relaxation and adventure. Well, they should have put in another word, I'm thinking. So, vacation. Look at this. Would you like to take a magic carpet ride? Would you like to fly with the butterflies, with the birds, with the eagles, soar with the eagles? Would you like to float through clouds, above clouds, to the stars, to the moon, to the universe? To ride the Milky Way, perhaps? This is about letting go. This is about releasing. It's about don't get too caught up in the dramas that are going to be surrounding us, okay? Because at least we're prepared. We know why this is happening. It's about self-love. Everything that's being shown to us says, are we worthy? Are we deserving? And yes, we are. So why don't I feel like that in this situation? Why don't I feel like it in that situation? Why don't I feel like I am deserving and worthy when I'm in the presence of this person? When I'm thinking this thought, when I'm imagining this event, Why do I not think I'm worthy? Why do I? And then you will get redirected to that time in your life when you were shamed or embarrassed or left, the last one getting picked on the grade school baseball team, standing there with one other person going, please pick me, please don't let me be last. Maybe it was something a parent said or a mentor said or a peer said. But you will get to that pain. You will get to where that pain originated from. And once you know it, once you see it, once you look it in the eye, it pretty well just goes, it's gone. Because you're being the warrior going in after it. Where are you? Why did this happen to me? Why do I live my life in this way? Why do I always pick these kinds of situations? Why am I always this behavior, this habit, that habit? And you'll see it. And so in order for them to open that up to us, they have to put us into learning experiences. So we'll have those learning experiences, those challenges in our life. So during it all, it's about taking a deep breath, being present, being in the moment, and enjoying yourself and celebrating yourself. So don't forget to treat yourself for all of your little accomplishments day in and day out. Always take time for yourself. Yeah, you need to be a little selfish. The scales are tipped way too far in the other direction. Okay? If you're not okay, everybody else around you is eventually not going to be okay either. The best thing you can do for your relationships is grow yourself. Okay, take time for relaxation and adventure. You deserve a rest. Time for long sleeps, massages, sunbathing, and playing in the snow. Rejuvenate and nurture your mind, body, and soul with plenty of rest, simple pleasures. Explore the universe as it is filled with wonder, joy, and magical things. You may be going on a vacation, a short getaway, a romantic trip, perhaps just in your mind. It's important to remember the everlasting memories and bonds that you are creating. The mantra is, I enjoy vacation to rest and rejuvenate my mind, body, and spirit. The mantra is, I take time to rejuvenate my soul. So new beginnings can enter my life, can enter my space, so that I may step into the new beginnings I desire. Which enables me to step into. There you go. Which enables me to step into my dreams and desires. Okay, let's get an animal card. And the full moon is about rest and restoration. And so keep it front of mind that it's also taking care of yourself, getting that rest, recuperating, recharging those batteries. Okay, if you're constantly giving, going, you're going to get burnt right out, if not worse. They didn't want a shuffle at all. They didn't even want to cut, really. Oh my gosh. Okay. Who do we have? The hummingbird. Miracles. I kid you not. We have the hummingbird here. You are the joy bringer. You bless the world with positivity and love. Energy soars on your shining wings. Spread the miracle of happiness. I was out and about today. Do I have the card? I don't have the card. I will post the information. I had so much fun at the shop today. I was driving and I had a couple of small errands to go on, and I heard, well, you need to go here too, and I'm like, well, no, because I'll just spend money on things that I really shouldn't be spending money on right now. So I don't want to go there. Now there's something waiting for you there, and it is my daughter's birthday, as of yesterday, actually, when you'll be seeing this. And I wanted to get her something, and I did get her something, but I'm not going to put it up here just in case by chance she's watching. So happy birthday to my beautiful, loving daughter. But I got this. Look at this rock. Okay? Now this rock protects your happiness. It doesn't let your joy to be stolen from you. Okay? You become more sociable with it. It nurtures you. It grounds you. It brings in thoughts of pleasure, thoughts of harmony. It's called a septarian. Okay, so what it is, it's mud bubbles, fossilized mud bubbles, okay, of calcite, aragonite, and I think limestone. So it's about 50 to 70 million years old, so it holds a lot of ancestral energy. It's also known as the dragon rock, and I'm a dragon. I'm a wooden dragon, to be specific, so everything dragon. So I got that. It was extremely cheap. I'll put the information up there. So she's on. I'll put out the information on there. Anyways, I had so much fun. Why am I telling you that? I don't know. Okay, somebody had to hear that. So miracles in our life, expecting miracles in our life, embracing miracles in our life. You are the joy bringer. We all have a purpose of bringing joy and love and being of service to each other and being part of a community and a family, and those are the things we're all meant here to be. We learned over a couple of years there that we need community in order to thrive, that we can't be solitary all the time. We need that connection. You bless the world with positivity and love. So do that upon your day-to-day stuff. Oh yeah, I walked into her shop. That's where we were. I walked into her shop and she says, how are you today? And I said, great. And she says, I'm great too. And I said, actually, I'm fabulous. She goes, that's wonderful because I'm fabulous too. And we had this wonderful conversation, and then we kind of went, why do people not do that? Why do people not embrace life? And just, life is wonderful. Here I am, 2 feet. There wasn't raining or anything. The parking spot was right out front for me, waiting for me apparently because I had to go there. And they made it really easy for me not to be able to say, nah, it's too busy. I can't get a parking spot. Let's go. I couldn't talk myself out of it because I do have, like you do, a bag of excuses that I use at all times on why I'm late, or I didn't get it done, or I didn't think about it, or, we all have that little bag. Energy. So it was just really, really nice to be greeted by somebody that's just enjoying life, that's just celebrating life. And of course we have problems. I could give you a whole list of the challenges that I have to face over the next, the next 2 weeks. I don't know how I'm going to survive, to be honest with you, but I know they've got my back. So I push it to the back burner. I will give it the time. I will give it the energy. I will think it through, but I don't allow that to control me. I control my happiness level. I control my emotion. And it's not an easy thing to do. But you can do it. It's like exercising any other kind of muscle. The more you try and have that conscious intent, the more it becomes your reality. Energy soars on your shining wings. I hope you know you have wings and you can fly. And spread the miracle of happiness. Spread the miracle of happiness, of joy. Okay, we'll get our journey of love cards here. Spread happiness, spread joy. Think about, when we're thinking about our relationships and maybe the differences in our relationships or where we don't mesh, well then maybe it's time for us to take control of the situation and say, we need to find more things in common, or how about trying this, or inviting them into a part of your life that you love but you've always kept personal. Maybe sharing, it's really sharing commitment. It's sharing the loyalty. And ask yourself in your relationships, is there a commitment there? There's love, there's support, my love, my support. Is it a two-way street? Do they treat me with kindness, with love, with compassion? Do they help me out? Do I do these things in the relationship as well? Okay, Journey of Love. These cards always amaze me. Okay, card number 46, which is a 10 energy, which is the Wheel card. Just for a moment, joy. Just for a moment, joy. Look at that. Just for a moment, joy. I kid you not. This is the energy that we can embrace, okay? So just know that you can embrace this energy, and even though there's a lot of drama and difficulties and challenges and obstacles, you're going to be able to clear that path completely. You've already got what it takes. You're ready to push forward into new lands, new possibilities. I'll read the poem first, and then I will go to the write-up. I can't do this deck justice by improvising. They've done such a amazingly remarkable job on this entire deck. Love is magic, like a balmy breeze on a winter night. It feels so good. You want it to last forever. And love is magic because we make it so, by opening to the pleasure of being alive and sharing the joy we feel. And when we're not looking, the night may warm again. What we feel and express, what we choose at any given time, is our offering to the divine cosmic matrix. It germinates and is reflected back to us as manifestation in this material reality. Can you choose to be gentle? Can you choose to gentle your heart, to let it be open to light and to life, even if just for a moment? If you are in the midst of darkness, of deep suffering, can you even find just a moment, the joy of existence underneath it? It is a wild ride, this life. Every time you open your arms and yes, the universe responds in kind. This oracle brings you a message. In this moment, trust that there is joy waiting to be felt and found. No matter how hard that may be to believe right now, let go of your attachment to the apparent problems at hand as much as you can. And you will be allowing yourself to let the divine take over and sort out what needs to happen here. There is help awaiting your invitation always. Why not let it in and let joy in too? You are being offered divine support to live a less guarded existence, to disassemble yourself a little or a lot and let your true nature, which is joy, bubble to the surface without rhyme or reason other than just because it is. It lives. So we do have our hands full of a lot of work and a lot of dedication and a lot of conscious thinking, but the end result and a lot of healing, the end result is just going to be spectacular. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.